Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach, and today I'm going to be unboxing Nova Roma. And this is one coming from, what is it, Half Kingdom Games, which is, I believe, Stan Kordowski, the designer's company. It looks like they're working with 25th Century Games to deliver them. But yeah, I've been really waiting for this one. Pretty excited about it. I think the last game and the first game that was released by his company was Resurgence, and that's a really fun, interesting kind of pool bag building game. I really like that one, so I'm hoping to really like this one as well. This one it seemed like it was a little bit more Euro-y. It made me think of, I think it was like Targi a little bit. It's been a little bit since I've looked at kind of how the game actually plays, but if I remember right, you're like putting a worker out and then getting the actions or benefits or something of kind of the row and column it's in. So it made me think of that, maybe the opposite of Targi, but that's kind of the closest thing I could think of. But yeah, it looks like we've got a rule book here with everything in it. Looks like it's got a few pictures for examples. Hopefully those will be helpful. Hopefully it'll all be kind of clear. It looks like it's about a 16 to 20 some page rule book. I think the rules are only about 16 of the pages. I'm not sure if there's a solo mode in there. I can't remember if this one goes to solo. What does the box say? I don't know. Doesn't say it on the edge there. I wonder if it's... Cannot remember if there's a solo mode for this one. But I don't typically play solo, so that part I was not interested in during the campaign, I guess. But then we'll get right into the sheets, and this artwork is pretty solid. I believe it's the Miko's artwork. It's a little bit of a different flavor than some of his other games, but some similarities as well. But I like this quite a bit, and his landscapes are always pretty beautiful, I think. It kind of makes me, I mean, this is a little bit different, but makes me always think of kind of the Raiders of the North Sea board, which is a really beautiful board. It might not be the best laid out, but it is a very beautiful board in the background. And yeah, it's pretty good at making those types of landscapes. But then the other things look pretty cool as well. The coins in here. I don't remember if there was like a metal coin add-on. Maybe I should have gotten that because these look pretty cool, I think. But I can't remember. And then it looks like you got the same thing in purple, maybe. Orange and blue. These look like these tokens might be a little bit different on each one. So those must not be player specific, looks like. But yeah, all this artwork looks pretty solid, I would say. We got another sheet with some more coins on it and some other tokens. Like I said, I don't remember exactly what all these tokens are for, but I really do like the artwork on them. I think they did a pretty good job. It looks like they're going to punch out pretty easily. Now that one popped out pretty nicely. So hopefully everything will pop out nicely and won't get like stuck. Sometimes you have that problem with some of the boards. Doesn't seem like the way that one punched out that it will. So I'm hopeful that that is the case. The next thing we've got here is the board. And looks like it's a one-sided board. The back does have a little bit of artwork on it, but it's kind of a faded look. Yeah, this one's got a pretty nice board. Kind of got the main area here where I believe most of the actions are happening. So yeah, this is where I believe the actions are on the outsides here, I think. And then you kind of place your workers in there. I don't know why, but it kind of feels like this is popping up a little bit. I'm not really sure. Right in that corner area where the fold meets. But we'll have to see when we actually play it. But yeah, otherwise I think the artwork of this board looks pretty nice. Looks like you got some tracks, which kind of reminds me of Resurgence. The tracks in that one are pretty cool. You've got some bonuses on them and stuff. I don't remember. This looks like maybe there might be some bonuses or something for getting to certain points on the track. Then it looks like there's kind of a top portion of a board where you're maybe going around in the water there. And another portion where you're doing some other things. Looks like you're trying to score, or you'll score some extra end game points, depending on how well you've done comparatively. And then just some places for cards down here. And it's a nice, I believe, 100 point. Is it 175 points? Ooh, and it's better than like 60. I know I've seen some games that have 60 points, but I don't remember if this is a really high scoring game or not, so 75 might be a really, really good score. So in that case, then I don't care as much. And it doesn't really matter as long as you remember how many times you went around, but I like to usually track the scores in my app, and it just makes it sometimes a little bit more difficult to keep track of them. And I accidentally dropped one of the guys on the ground originally. So it looks like these are screen printed on both sides, which I really like. Really appreciate when it's not just one side. So yeah, it looks like it's the same. Looks like it's the same image on all of them, which I mean could have been unique, but I like that they went into the detail of making them more than, I mean, this could have easily just been a meeple. So I just appreciate that they made it kind of a unique shape and screen printed all of them. And then I like the color choices as well. Then we've got some cards. So this looks like it's got maybe some resources on the bottoms. And then some victory points, and then just some areas here. I don't remember exactly how these polyomino looking pieces all worked out. But yeah, these are some pretty solid artwork. Looks like some symbology, should be easy to kind of follow once I've played it a time or two. Looks like it'll probably be just resources on the bottom there. Got some ships, houses. Yeah, these all seem like decent quality cards, and I like the layout of those as well. And you got the typical Miko people here. Looks like you got a couple in the same colors. It looks like they kind of do different things. So you got some repeated artwork of the people, but it's not all repeated. I don't know how many total there are here, but they all look very unique comparatively. So I do like that quite a bit. And they all have kind of different backgrounds. So it'll be interesting to see how that actually plays into it, or if it does, I'm not 100% sure. And then some round references. I do like that everyone gets that, and the endgame scoring. Looks like it explains kind of what you're going to get at endgame. I love to see that. So I got to give them a big thumbs up for that. And we've got some cubes, which these are a little bit larger, I think, than some cubes, but I think I have seen some that are larger than this, but these are pretty decent sized cubes. These are probably going to be, if I had to guess, filling in some of those areas on the board and some of those cards. It looks like they'll probably slot into those squares pretty nicely, so I'm assuming that's where these will end up going. And it looks like they match the player colors, so you must get a certain amount of those. Then we've got some gray guys. I wasn't sure at first, but I think it's just the screen printing and the gray guy. But at first I thought it might have like a kind of shiny sparkle to it, but I don't believe they do. But they still look very cool. I don't think they're the same. Let me see. Just happened to grab two yellows. Nope, it's not the same, so that's good. I like that they're a different character. I mean, they're all the same as each other, but I do like that they look different than kind of the main pieces you've got there. It looks like there's some extra baggies here. And it looks like you got some boats, which will probably go around that area up there. I really like the look of these. I feel like you could almost use these if you wanted to. If you really hated the game and wanted to just piecemeal it out to other games, these could maybe be used as trackers on Raiders of the North Sea, because they look pretty cool. That would have been pretty cool if they would have used these in that. I don't remember what they use. Is it like a shield pepper? I think. Which are cool, but these would have been cooler. You know it's true, Pepper. And then, last but
I think they should use that as a tracker.
that's true. This could really be a good way to track scores, I think, if we just had 4 of these huge chunks of wood. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know why there's an arrow on it. It might be going to people and giving like 2 points whenever you gain it. I'm not 100% sure. That kind of reminds me of Ethnos with the, I think it's Trolls. Is Trolls the one that you're trying to get a bigger group and then you get 2 points immediately? That's what it that's what it immediately makes me think of. Ooh, it looks like this guy. This guy's got that wheat and he is not letting go of it. That is his wheat. Or is it a woman? I don't know. Looks like a man. I think he's got a shield, so I think he's fighting for that wheat. Yeah. Otherwise, you got more of those, and you got that. Some resources. I'm not sure because there's not that many, but there's 4 of them. I think 4 of each of these. So you got wood and horses and like a wine and wheat. It looks like there's 4 of them. So I'm guessing kind of similar to what they did with Resurgence, where you tracked your resources with just one resource and went up and down a track. I'm guessing they probably did similar here. Is that what it looks like, Pepper? Oh, yep. So it looks like you're tracking your resources right here, which I find to be pretty cool. I think that's a good way to do it. If it's not a game where you're gaining tons and tons and tons of resources, I think that's a good way to kind of do it as opposed to just having a ton of wood and a ton of stone and stuff. That's cool too, but it's nice if you're able to just kind of track them like that. So yeah, I'm really excited to try this one out. It's probably one of my, I guess I don't even remember when I initially backed this. Pepper probably remembers. I think it might have been, was it the end of 22? It might have even been the beginning of this year. I don't remember. But I've been looking forward to it all year, it feels like. So I'm excited, going to get this one to the table. If you want to hear my first thoughts on this one after a play or two, check out our other video going out alongside this with our first impressions. But otherwise, we hope to see you on that video. And as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.